The movement of food into and out of the stomach is controlled by circular muscles called sphincters. There are more than 50 sphincters in the human body, and several of these are in the digestive tract. The gastroesophageal sphincter is located where the esophagus joins the stomach. When relaxed, it allows food to enter the stomach. When contracted, it prevents food from moving back into the esophagus. The food is mixed with gastric juices and exits the stomach through the pyloric sphincter into the small intestines. The stomach has 4 layers, with each having a special structure and function. The innermost layer, called the mucosa, secretes gastric juice containing a mixture of digestive enzymes, acid, and mucus. The epithelial cells in the mucosa divide rapidly to heal any damage. In fact, the entire stomach lining regenerates every 3 days. The next layer is called the submucosa, a layer of connective tissues that contain a network of nerves and blood vessels. The third layer, called the muscularis, also known as the muscle layer, consists of smooth muscles. These muscles contract frequently, mixing the food with gastric juices containing hydrochloric acid, pepsin, mucus, and water to produce a semi-liquid material called chyme. The outermost layer, called the serosa, holds the stomach in place and secretes a lubricating fluid that eliminates friction between organs. The stomach is part of the digestive system that not only aids in the absorption of food, but also breaks down food into a consistency that is easier to digest for the rest of your intestines. The stomach is part of the gastrointestinal tract, also known as the GI tract, that makes up the digestive system. The large and hollow organs of your GI tract contain a layer of muscle that enables their walls to move. The movement of the organ walls are a wave-like muscle contraction called peristalsis that pushes the food downwards.
Once food is chemically and physically broken down in the mouth, it enters the esophagus to the stomach. The stomach's role is to release the acids and enzymes for the chemical breakdown of food. The cells in the stomach that release stomach acid turns into pepsin. Pepsin is what breaks protein into shorter chains. The food and acid mixed together is called chyme, which is then passed off to small intestines for further breakdowns and absorption. Heliobacter pylori, also known as H. pylori, are a spiral-shaped bacteria that infects the stomach. They have a tendency to attack the stomach lining. This bacteria can survive in the low pH of the stomach, usually by secreting acid neutralization enzymes. The shape of the bacteria helps them to hide into the mucus layer of the stomach and prevent more mucus to be made. This can cause open sores to be made by the acid eating away the stomach lining. This is called ulcers. Ulcers can start to bleed and be very painful. If this is left untreated, the H. pylori can spread and affect the whole body. Also, for a fun fact, H. pylori can be transferred from feces to the mouth. This usually happens when a person does not wash their hands properly after using the washroom. It can also spread through the contact with contaminated water. Endoscopy can help treat this disease and/or disorder. It is a narrow tube with a light source, lens, and camera that can be inserted through the mouth, anus, or by a small incision. Endoscopes are also used to perform medical procedures, for instance, diagnosing stomach ulcers caused by H. pylori. The endoscope will go down the esophagus into the stomach and transmit a photographic evidence to a receiver in order to see what is affecting the organ. Endoscopes often limit the following: pain, recovery time, hospital stay, and cost. Although the traditional endoscope seems impressive, the capsule endoscope is a very useful tool for modern day society. This uses miniature and wireless technologies to make a camera fit into a capsule. Also, for treatments, you can also use medicine. For example, you will normally need to take a combination of 2 different antibiotics together with another drug that reduces your stomach acid. Lowering stomach acid helps the antibiotics work more effectively. Treatment may vary depending on your past medical history and if you have any allergies to some medications.